Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It's time for Tactical Tuesday, Tactics, Gear, and more. And tonight's topic is you can only have 25 cans of food, and that's 25 types of canned food. All right. How's everybody going here? This afternoon was going so slow, nice and easy. And I get in here and the internet starts acting up once I hit the start button. It's like, oh crap, I'm working here trying to keep it from going down behind the scenes. All right, so let's see who all's in here and say hi to everybody. I know I missed a few that came in there at the last. First one in was Prepping to Endure, followed by Wide Family Farm. Courtney says she's not going to make it. She's sharing it out, so thank you very much. And so if anybody else needs to share this out, get more people, get it out to more people so they know what to do, what we're talking about here, and getting prepared for anything, for life. All right, next one in was Idaho Garden Girl, followed by Kaylin Strained and Shadow Scout Swede. Green Granny 2, that's Denise. Walt Rogers is here. Mary Beth Smith is in the house, as is Creative Redundancy, aka CR. All the Things Acres is here. Go on down here. Everybody's talking back and forth. Tibor is in the house. Jujubee's here. And Phelan Klein Wolf is here, and he had a membership milestone, and he said Chrome stinks. So I guess it's not just my computer that's acting up. It may be the whole thing. Oh, Kaylin, you've been hanging around CR too long. And Red Rose House is here. All right. All righty. So, got several things going on tonight. We're going to be talking about the main topic. You're only allowed to have 25 types of cans. So basically, I'll go in the slideshow. I'll define that a little bit more. Not just 25 cans total. It's more than that. Okay. First of all, weather. Weather here is changing constantly here. And I just refreshed it just now. It's now 19 degrees outside. The low tonight is going to be 9 degrees, increasing clouds. Chance of snow showers tomorrow, 50% chance with new accumulation during the daytime, less than 1 inch possible. Wednesday night, 50%, less than half an inch possible Wednesday night. All right, and let's see. Thursday, it's clear, well, partly sunny, 32 degrees. And gust of winds at 26. But the good news is Friday and Saturday, sort of. Friday, it's going to be 42 degrees. Be still, my heart. And which means, and it says 100% chance of rain/snow. If it's 42 degrees, that's going to be, if it is snowing, it's going to melt the second it hits the ground. Most likely it's going to be melting before it hits the ground, so we're going to have rain, and that should wipe out a lot of snow on the ground. Okay, and then Friday night, rain before 11. Friday, rain before 11 a.m. Friday night, rain before 11 p.m. And then the high on Saturday is 35, still above freezing. So we're looking good there. Bing, 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 bing. Thank you, All Things Acres. Super chat for seeds. Yes, thank you very, very, very much. Cool. All righty, kind of like a squirrel moment there. Oh, super chat, super chat. No, what was I thinking about before I saw the super chat? Right. We are going to be doing 3 giveaways tonight. One for everybody that's a subscriber, which is everybody making comments in the side chat, and then 2 for channel members. All righty, so we'll be getting on that here in a little bit here, but let's get to figure out what tonight's topic is all about here. And there I go. All righty, so you can only have 25 types of canned food. I tried to squeeze it in there, so I left the word out. You can only have 25 types of canned food. What are they going to be? Well, let's see what we've got here. Yes, only 25 types, which means you're limited to what you can find. Is the kind of the scenario. It's like you get to pick what you're going to find out there, and the store's loaded with those 25 types that you want to get. Spam! Yeah, spam. All right, so I threw up some ideas here of what I'm thinking about. One type is chili with beans. Chili without beans is a different type. Oh, people are going to have heart attacks now. What do you mean it's all chili? No, we're talking chili with beans, chili without beans. We're talking diced tomatoes versus is different than tomato paste, which is also different than stewed tomatoes, which is also different than tomato sauce. See where I'm going at? You got to start breaking it down here. Canned, you can't just say canned meat because there's canned chicken, canned roast beef, canned pork, canned turkey. Hey Keith, how's it going? So you can't just say soup either, because there's chicken noodle soup, there's beef consomme soup, there's split pea and ham soup, there's bean and bacon, there's beef consomme, there's cheddar cheese soup, all sorts of different ones. Like my wife likes to store some of these. Tuna is a different type of canned meat. And then you got baked beans, black beans, navy beans, kidney bean. Each type of bean is a different type. Pork and beans, black beans, there we go. Now, before we had the canned meat in broth, here we have dried beef. Different item. Red enchilada sauce, green enchilada sauce, different. Beef broth, chicken broth, turkey broth, pasta sauces, spicy tomato and basil, Italian sausage, for cheese, all the different types of pasta sauces. They are all different types. And back on. Oh, all right, Ken, squirrel moment. The enchilada sauces, which we really liked growing up as a kid, was Constantina, I believe is the name. Yeah, they were the best ones. Hey, Nunya, Texas on the back 20. How's it going? All right, next one here, next type here, comparison here. All right, so you got everything you see here, different types of canned food. Now, as I already showed, canned food also includes being canned in a jar. All right, and now I think that's the last page. That's the last page on it. Okay, so let me come back to this. Let me clear that off the computer because I got stuff to do over there later on. All right, so with that in mind, what I'm talking about is stuff you buy at the store. I am not talking, hang on a second here. about the stuff that you would, would can yourself. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the stuff you can in the store. And that's what, hey, Abby, your greenhouse is going good, girl. Oh, if anybody hasn't had a chance to check out Bountiful Harvest Abby, check her out. She's 18 now. She's showing her face. Woohoo! And yeah, she's really doing a lot of work in that greenhouse. I'm so friggin' jealous. All right, so yeah, so basically what we're talking about is you're going to the store and you're buying stuff to stock up in your prepper pantry. Hey, Glenn, how's it going? So thinking in mind, and part of this is an exercise to make you think outside the box and think of how many uses you can use one type of canned food for. All right. And so one of the things here is, I forgot to mention when I saw someone come in and I got distracted there. Where'd it go? Where'd the name go? Sudaline. Hey, how's it going? Suladine. All right. Could someone drop the link to Abby's channel there? And let's see, did I make it? Hang on a second. Let me just scroll back up here. No, she's not. I trust her. All right, Abby, I just made you a moderator, so you can go ahead and drop the link to your channel and maybe your latest video as well. Okay. Hey, Brenda, how's it going? All righty. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm thinking about here. We used to buy the hamburger helper boxes, and one of the ones that my boys really liked was called cheesy enchilada. And we were winding up having that thing, 2-3 times a week because the boys really loved it. They'd polish it off, kept them happy. They'd do the things they're supposed to do around the house. My wife got tired of, putting in 2 boxes, and so she started adding other stuff to it to stretch it out. One of the things she started adding to just about all the hamburger helpers was a can of diced tomatoes, and that stretched it out a lot. And then she started some of the other things she was doing and stuff. Another can of diced tomatoes going something else, and she really wound up using diced tomatoes a lot. It was getting so that whenever it was on sale, the local Lucky store, which is owned by Albertsons, which is owned by Safeway, would when they have a 10 for 10 sale, used to years ago, and I think it's now 5 for 10. Anyways, it was 10 cans for $10, and so when they'd have that sale, we would go in and we'd probably get 4 or 5 cases of diced tomatoes. And sometimes she'd just go in and get, I was stopping on the way home from work, pick up 10 or 20 cans. Then next day she'd pick up 10 or 20 cans. Hey, Carol, how's it going? And actually, let me think. I forgot to do something here. I did post the link over on Courtney's link thing, but for the usuals, there's the link. And so that's why I said 20, limited it to 25 cans. Someone else was doing a 10 can, and someone else was doing a 15 can challenge. Well, this is sort of a challenge. All you got to do is it's with yourself. You get yourself a notepad and you write down what 25 canned foods you have that you can use to make a bunch of dishes with. And that's the thing. You get you thinking to use one item for multiple things. Give it multiple lives. hot sauce, zesty crackers. All right. One of the other things that one of the things that is limited that we do, but my wife wants to have it. She likes having it. That's the dried beef. I showed the picture of it there. The dried beef she likes to make. She likes to make cream chip beef on toast. Now, none of our kids like it, which is fine with her and me. She does one batch and it's good for her and me, and we don't have to worry about the kids snarfing it down. We get to have what we want to have. But for most of the stuff that we try to stock has multiple uses. Now, what I'm, and I know I showed on the thing pasta sauce. Now, if you know how to make a bunch of pasta sauces, you don't, and you can make it and you grow tomatoes, you don't have to include that in your list because you're canning that yourself. You're not buying it at the store. My wife uses a lot of tomato sauce in dishes, tomato paste. Those things we would buy at the store and store because actually she could turn around and make a pasta sauce with it. So those are some of the things that I was thinking about for everyone to work on as a challenge to try to figure out. Okay, I'm limited to 25 things. What 25 types of canned foods can I do a lot with? And that's what I'm trying to get you guys to think about, is to do a lot with these 25 cans. It's 20 after. I'm going to take a slight break here, and we're going to do a giveaway. All right, so this one here is for channel members only. Channel members are the ones that paid. Hang on a second here. Banners. Channel members are those that pay 99 cents a month. And they get all sorts of cool things along with it. And so for channel members only, this is on a video that came out from midnight last Tuesday night through today. All right, so the question is for channel members only, what is the bad additive I have been talking about in several videos? So, and actually I've been only talking about it in the last week, but I did a special video on it, but I've talked about it in live streams and stuff before. So what is the bad additive that I've been talking about in some of my videos? Okay, we got two popping up in there, and the first one is, I'm making sure this now, I'm going to double check and make sure. First one is Kaylin, but she misspelled it. It's supposed to be with an O instead, not an I, for maltodextrin. But I think we can let her have it. She was there on it, and she's texting on a phone. So I and O are right next to each other. So if you see some of her text, you notice misspellings. That's why. All right. So Kaylin, let me write Kaylin down on here. So that's Kaylin. Kaylynn for that one. Okay. So yes, and so just a quick, in case if you missed about the maltodextrin, maltodextrin is a super processed carbohydrate. It comes from either wheat, flour, wheat, rice, or corn, and any form of it is bad for you. Which is really interesting because a lot of the protein powders and stuff say right on it, maltodextrin, as they call it what it is. It's like, oh, heck no. Hey, Rachel, how's it going? Adventures of Outdoor Eagle. Welcome, welcome. All righty. Go ahead and hide that one. All right. So back to the topic at hand. So all right, guys, what do you think is your most, and go ahead and put this in the side chat here. Okay. All right. Where do you hear that? Yeah. Kaylin won. Her answer always shows up a couple letters off. That's what happens when you're texting really fast. And if I was texting that fast, you wouldn't be able to read what it was, either that or it'd be totally bleeped out. All right. Actually, Japanese and Chinese, we're not talking about the rice. We're talking about the carbohydrate they take from the rice and super refine it. When they start refining the food that much, it becomes bad for you. Yeah. All righty. Side chat here, guys. What do you think is your? I don't know the answer to this, so I want to know what you think. What is probably your most versatile canned food that you have? This should be different for everybody. So what do you think is your most versatile canned food? Like I said, for my wife, it's probably the diced tomatoes, because she puts it in a lot of stuff. In fact, she even makes a pasta dish that is, she does the funny curly, I forget what it's called, the curly cube pasta stuff. She'll take the diced tomatoes. If she doesn't have fresh tomatoes, she'll drain it really good. She'll cook up the pasta, add the several cans of diced tomato to it, mix in some basil mix, olive oil and stuff, and make a summer pasta salad. Okay, we got here. I'm not sure if Idaho Garden Girl is talking about a canned food here or not. I'm not sure. Juby says tomato products. Keith says Spam is his most versatile. Beans. Rotini's not really canned. It's bagged. Cream of mushroom soup. A lot of people put that in a lot of stuff. Also the cheddar cheese soup. My wife uses that in a lot of things too. Green beans. You can your own. Okay, so you don't buy any at the store. Okay, then what is your most versatile canned food that you can your own of? Canned ham. Tuna. Chicken soup. Oh, she was naming the twisted pasta. No, it's not rotticini. It's one really weird, and it's about like that big around, and it goes in a circle around and around and around in layers, like you cut it with a twisty knife thing, and it's kind of crinkly all the way around. Hey, cowgirl, hippie chick, how's it going? And that could be it. Anyways, yeah, so she makes a little pasta salad out of that. But all right, Shadow Scout says tuna, tomatoes, tomato soup. Yeah. So you're looking at things that you have to use, and you use it in a lot. So if you're using a certain canned food item in a lot of dishes, then that is when you should actually be stocking, or you can use it in a lot of dishes. That's when you should be stocking up on, because that way you can use it and not get food fatigue on that one item, because it's in different things and it changes its flavor when you mix it with stuff, and all around like that. Let me check one other thing here. I forgot to do so. I'm going to change to what I have pinned at the top there, if I can go back and find the link here again. I know I saved it in there. Yeah, there it is, StreamYard. Pinned to Replace pinned to message. There we go. All right. So the normals, Star, Galen, Carol, Shadow Scout. If you guys want to come up, there it is. All right. What I was talking about was canned foods you buy at the store. It can be canned in a jar at the store too, like I showed on the one here. Let me grab it real quick, throw it back up here. Like the Hormel or the Armour canned dried beef. It's canned, but it's in a jar. And the pasta sauces are in jars, but they're considered canned food. Hey, Shadow, how's it going?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. So, so if it's commercially canned, it counts. Garbanzo beans, black beans, so yeah, that's the hype stuff, Gail Parker. So, you look at, and I froze. Tiger 454, hey, how you doing? So some of the items that I'm really trying to, especially just coming in late here, all the items I was talking about, these 25 types. Tomato sauce is one type. Diced tomatoes is another. Stewed tomatoes is another. Tomato paste is another. So 25 types of canned foods. If you were only allowed to store unlimited amount of those 25 types, what 25 would it be? That's something for you to think about. But like I was saying, try to pick stuff that works for multiple dishes, so you get the most mileage out of it, if you will. I think I fractured my foot. Oh, suburban hillbilly. No, ow, 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 ow. That is not good. Hopefully it's neither one of them and you just hyperextended. So it's not torn, it's just like a bad sprain. Bad sprains are easier to heal from than a torn tendon or a fractured foot. And Nunya, Texas, yeah. Processed box food is half the problem with health. And so what I want to get at here is get people thinking about this to figure out what of these 25 types of cans foods they have that are have multiple roles, and then think, can I do that myself? If Courtney was here, I know she's got to get up early to get for Fred in school. Otherwise, she'd be up here talking about this because it's right up her alley on this one. Courtney does not like raw tomatoes, but she grows a lot of tomatoes because she cans them. Once they're canned and processed at home, it changes it a bit on it, so it doesn't bother her to eat it. And she likes tomato sauce, pasta sauce. So that's one of the ones things to think about. All right, well, if I can figure out how I can make my own canned diced tomatoes, make my own canned stewed tomatoes, make my own pasta sauces, make my own tomato paste, and boom, there's a lot that you can set by the wayside and worry about stocking other things from the store, and you can make these others yourself. Oh, Rachel, yeah. I'm going to give you a little story, Rachel. Back when we were kids, me and my brother my mom had us helping her can a whole bunch of peaches and apricots and other stuff. And then my dad got a different job. And we had to move from Southern California to the north rim of the Grand Canyon. Well, we had all this canned food and stuff. And so basically, back then, the jars came in solid cardboard boxes with lids on it and dividers in there. Well, we still took the jars and we wrapped it with newspapers and put it back in the thing to help protect them so they didn't break when we moved. We got up there. Most of the stuff stayed in storage up there in the one room of the house that we were renting there. We were there for 2 years. And then he got a better job back in California, in Northern California. So off we went to Northern California. And all that canned food moved. And I don't think we lost it. We may have lost one jar out of dozens and dozens of jars. But yeah, the glass jars, we may just make sure we are in good, sturdy cardboard, in the cardboard boxes they came in back then, unlike the little crappy half boxes they come in now. Wrapped them with some newspaper, used the dividers and everything else. So, Shadow, how much food storage do you have? Not much, huh?
At the moment, maybe a month, 3 weeks.
Do you have a favorite canned food you have the most of?
Yeah, I like fish balls. And I love mackerel fillet in tomato sauce and tuna. And I store also ravioli, the veggie ones and the original one.
Cool. Yeah. And an interesting thing when you said the one of the items there in the sauce there, maybe remember the video I just put out where I took the canned chicken and three cans of the canned chicken, drained it, rinsed all the fat out of it and stuff, put it in the bowl, broke it all up, and then put a jar of the classical tomato sauce, pasta sauce in on it. Plain, simple, easy, and both those I can use for a lot of different things. I can use the chicken to make chicken enchilada. I can make a chicken soup. I can make a chicken version of sloppy joes. You just use a lot of chicken in a lot of different dishes. And hang on here, we got sauerkraut. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly some of the problem with some of the foods. Sauerkraut in glass jars tastes better than in metal. There was a soft drink when I was a kid. I just absolutely loved it. It was non-carbonated. It was called Delaware Punch. Came in jars, and it was one of the last ones to get forced over into cans. When they started putting it in cans, it tasted nasty, and I'm not sure if they went out of business or not, or whether they survived. But that was just before I moved to Arizona in '73. And yeah, but it was absolutely, before that, when it was in the jars, it was the bomb. Now, all right, question for everybody. Canned cooked cabbage. I've seen it in the store, not sauerkraut, but canned cooked cabbage. What do you use that in? I never grew up eating cabbage at all. My family didn't eat cabbage, which is strange considering my grandmother's maiden name was Schwartz, and she was like 2 generations away from Germany. And so is cabbage have a lot of different things you can pull a can down and use it in a lot of different dishes. Just interested. Okay, Rachel uses it a lot. Okay, so okay, there's something right there. Cool. And Jujubee says pickled cabbage in place of sauerkraut. So, right there is something I hadn't even thought of as possibilities. And I will talk that over with my wife to see if she can come up with some decent tasting dishes that I will like. First of all, that she will like, that I will like, and the boys will like. All right, he doesn't like cooked cabbage, doesn't like the smell, but salt the stock and eat that. I know I've heard people eating, raw cabbage and stuff, but yeah, okay, it's not that weird, just different. Hey, David Lynn, your prepper principal is in the house, and David just hit 600 and had his giveaway for 600 subscriber giveaways. And I can't remember the name of the person to get it. I'm trying to remember her name. It's a female, I know that. I just can't remember the name off the top of my head. Ooh, Mary Beth fires another one. Fried cabbage with bacon and onions. Hey, CR, are you getting hungry yet? And let's see. Mary Beth also says fried cabbage with potatoes. Brenda, I cook my cabbage. We eat it with smoked sausage. Just though it's in a pan with butter and oil, fried up. Cool. Cowgirl hippie chick. Likes it raw. Can't stand it cooked, yeah. And that's the thing with some things that are canned, because it's cooked and processed when it's canned. Some people don't like it. Of course, some things you can't can. Lettuce, kind of hard to can lettuce. Spinach at least you can freeze and then you cook it up afterwards, but you don't cook up lettuce. And so there's a lot of different things. And wow, we're on a roll there in the side chat with cabbage. All right. So there are several things that you can do in cans. Now, I'm surprised nobody said anything about the beans, about saying, don't can them, just get uncooked bags of beans. Yes, that's not included in the canned foods. But the only reason why I showed the pictures of the canned beans and stuff was because sometimes you're in a hurry and you need to be able to dump, stir it up, cook it up, serve it. Whereas if you have beans, you got to soak them, drain them, soak them some more, get all that the enzyme that causes us to fart like cows, and then you can cook them up and do it. Just reading the side chat here on some things. Rachel says, don't forget your olives, banana peppers, and jalapenos. So if you're storing bags of if you're storing bags instead of canned beans, then that gives you some other things you can store, stuff like the olives or your banana peppers or your jalapenos or all of those. Hey, Steve, how's it going? The captain is in the house. Yeah, it's Corsair Trainers. And actually, we got several of the crew member here tonight. Steve's the captain. I'm second mate. Rachel's in the crow's nest over there on Corsair's channel. So, looking at the different things, at the different foods and stuff, because a lot of, one of the problems also that brought this up is cabinet space in the kitchen. And I know Kaylin talks about her limited cabinet space in her apartment, And Shadow, I bet you have a bunch of limited cabinet space too, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that smile kind of gave it away. Yeah, the Jewish redneck preppers in the house. How's it going, sir? Shalom. And yeah, and that's the thing. Idaho Garden Girl pointed something else here out. I'm going to mention this, and I'm going to get on to another giveaway here. Olive oil comes in a jar, a lot of plastic jars or glass jars. So I'm considering that a canned food item, unless you have a bunch of olive trees and you press and can your own olive oil and your own olives as well. Yeah, so that's something else there to consider as well. All right, next giveaway here. This is for everybody in the side chat. Okay, I've been mentioning this several times here in videos. So, what is the second rule of threes? What is the second rule of threes? See who gets it here. So, yeah. So there are 3 rules of 3. What is the second rule of threes? Let's see if anybody gets it. 3 days without water. Yeah. 3 days without water, the average person dies. Yeah. All righty. So Steph got that one. And everybody else started coming in right, and CR was right behind her. And yeah. All righty. So Steph, STEPH. All righty. And just for reference, the first rule of 3 is 3 minutes without air, the average person dies. Froze. Second rule is 3 days without water, the average person dies. And the third is 3 weeks without food, the average person dies. Yeah, so those are the 3 rules of 3. Gunslinger Outdoors, how's it going? All right. Brenda said, my kitchen is 15 feet by 20 feet and still not big enough. Yeah, I know what you mean. Actually, our kitchen here is 13 feet wide, and I'm not sure how long it is, but it's long. It's longer than the kitchen in California, and has a lot more cabinets. And I have extra shelves. I just, those wire shelves I put in there, and it's still not big enough for stuff. Yeah, it's a working kitchen though. Yeah, and that's why in some of the other rooms here, like back behind the green screen, I got a closet full of cases of food as well. So, and I got dried goods stored out in the shop as well, because hey, if it freezes, it doesn't bother it. All right. Let's see. Any final things? I'm looking back over my presentation here, see if there's anything about canned foods to cover. All right. So, for the beans, if you do the bags of dried beans, that frees up cans you can use for something else. One of the things that my wife did when she ran out of tomato sauce and didn't realize she had run out of tomato sauce, she took the diced tomatoes, drained them really good, and just threw them in the blender and made tomato sauce, and then added seasoning and stuff to it, and then added all that and added more stuff into the stuff to make a tomato sauce for whatever it was she was making at the time. So, yeah. Let's see anything else here. Now, if you raise your own beef or chickens or turkeys or whatever livestock it is, and you're processing that meat yourself, you don't have to worry about buying the canned stuff. I do like the canned chicken or the canned beef and stuff for the supplies here. Yeah, make fresh tomato sauce with the canned tomatoes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All righty. Let's see. Anything else here? I think we covered this pretty good. Anybody have anything else they want to add to this really quick before I bring up the wheel of names?
I have at least 4 cans of powdered tomato puree.
Ah, good. Oh, and you just reminded me of something when you said powdered. Cans of powdered milk. Something else. If some people, I know some people store the different brands of the powdered milk. Powdered butter are other items they can store. And powdered butter you use in a lot of stuff. Exactly, Idaho Garden Girl. You can, like the chili without beans, because you can always add beans to it. And then you can also use the chili without beans to make, we do for the grandkids. We'll take the big triangular tortilla chips, spread it out on a big cookie sheet, and then we just sprinkle the chili without beans all over it, and then sprinkle cheese on top of it, toss it in the oven under the broiler for a minute, and bring it out, and the kids just snarf that down like you would not believe. Excellent, cowgirl. All right, let me check one other thing over here, make sure everything's looking good here. I'll get this other thing up here. Okay. All righty. Get that up for the next one. Okay. So let's bring up the wheel. We're going to give another giveaway. This is channel members. I've already entered all the channel members, and I just double checked it before the live on the wheel. Everybody's on there once except for the 3 channel members that are member. Because they're at the Gray Man level, they get an extra entry each. Gray Man level is $1.99, whereas the regular prepper level is 99 cents a month. And by the way, I'm going to switch that banner to show. And these are the channel members going across the bottom. All right, so let's give it a spin here. Actually, shoot. Hang on. I got to stop sharing for a second. I forgot to do something here. I got to reshare. Add the audio. There we go. All right, so now we're going to share it here. All right, here we go. Spinning to see who wins a $5 Amazon gift card. All right, Walt, are you still in here? Walt, let's see. Let me see if he's still in here. I'm not sure if he's still in here or not. I can't see. Cameron, can you check to see if he's still here? All right, let's see. Is Walt still here?
Yeah, he's still here.
He's still here?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there he is. Here he is. I said I hear. So the Walt gets the wheel. Walt gets the wheel. All right. Okay. All righty. We got a couple more minutes here. And so let me go ahead and kill that one there. All righty. And kill that over there. Close that. All righty. Brain's having a brain fart here. Oh, okay, over here. That's why I got this up already set up here. All right, so coming up here, Thursday here in Gray Man Prepping is the Midnight Ride. Starts at 11:55 p.m. with the countdown, so it actually kicks at midnight Thursday night. And that's open chat, whatever you guys want to talk about. Friday, we have on Kent Patton Family Compound. The topic is if you pick one crop to sell, one crop that you can raise and sell, and why that crop. That's what we're going to be talking about, some of the whys on that. Okay. So, there's, I'm sorry, I just caught something, comment in the chat. They're just reading up on it. Okay, so Friday is the pick one crop to sell, and why that particular one. I'm getting stuff together for a special one on Monday. Instead of doing open chat, there's a recommendation how to select and install. I'm not sure about that one. Because that one may be more of a hands-on one, showing how to do that. I'll keep that topic open. So Monday for now, maybe just I'll talk about the weight loss challenge, see how the teams are doing, and then we'll go on to live chat, and we'll talk about that stuff there, and talk about whatever comes up about gardening and stuff. Next Tuesday, we're on food again next Tuesday here. We're talking. The topic is, what foods have you seen shortage of? And so we're going to share information about. So everyone, check at your store, look around, notice what days they're short of. Not necessarily out of, but short of. Because I've noticed sometimes where they used to have a wide section of a particular thing, and it's down to just, a few cans. Example, the chili and beans section and chili without beans section at Winco here was usually 8 foot wide. Last time I was in there, it was barely 3 foot 30 inches wide, and so it was just a narrow one, and they didn't have the denizens in there, which is what I get there all the time, and they had a very limited supply or variety of the different types of other chilies. So that's what we're going to talk about next Tuesday here on Tactical Tuesday. Okay. Okay. Getting medical advice there on the side for someone. All right. Pros. That's what's coming up. Oh, so Saturday, Shadow Scout Swede goes live on Saturday. Yeah. And I'm trying to remember the time for here.
It's 8 p.m. Swedish time, and you are on Eastern or Central one.
Yeah, well, East Coast time is, I think it's 12 o'clock East Coast time.
It's 6 hours behind.
6 hours?
Eastern.
All right. Oh, so it's 6 hours earlier than 8 o'clock. So I put it at 2 o'clock Eastern time, 12 o'clock my time, Mountain time. Oh, CR says 12 Pacific Standard Time, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. All right, there it is, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. All right, there we go. All right. So that's the time, 3 o'clock Eastern Time, and you usually post it up so we can go in and get notifications beforehand.
Yeah.
All right. Tomorrow morning where's that note? So I wrote stuff down here specifically on this. No, tomorrow is Wednesday. Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, White Family Farm will be going live with the wine down Wednesday. Then Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, and then noon on Friday with Tammy at Rebel Canners will be the Blue Ribbon Canning Show, and they're talking about cast iron on Friday. That's noon Eastern time. And it's already posted up on the link. So if you go, just go into onto the YouTube homepage, and you can scroll down to all the recommended ones. And you can usually find it there. If not, just type in Wide Family Farm, and it'll bring it up. All right, Steve. See you later. And everyone, thank you for coming in. Shadow, thank you for coming up.
You're very welcome.
And Wayne, did you just show up? It looks like Ungrateful Peasant just showed up. And I'm wrapping it up. All righty. So Wayne, just go back and watch it again. I could tease Wayne and tell him that his name came up on the wheel several times and he didn't win because he wasn't here. But he didn't. It didn't. Yeah. I forgot. Fishes and Lowe's Life. Carol is doing the Fridays again. And that's at 11 or 11:30 Eastern time. 11:30. There it is. Friday, 11:30 Eastern time. So mine on Friday goes until 11 o'clock Eastern time. So that when you watch mine, then you can go grab a snack, get a cup of coffee, whatever, and be back in time for Friday with Fishes and Lowe's Life. Okay. And I'm just trying to think that I know there's someone else doing lives. I know Courtney does a live on Sunday as well, but there's so many good ones out there. Thursday. I'm trying to remember the time. It's 6 or 7. 6. Yeah, 6 or 7 Eastern time. Broussard's Homestead will be having their live stream. And Kaylin does her live stream Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern as well. And Joe Garden State Gardener does his at 7. And Joe's not in here right now because he's out Ubering, making that money. All righty, folks. Actually, let me check something here before I go. Let me check one thing here real quick. YouTube. Let's see if it's up here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's the Blue Ribbon Canning Panel one for Friday for Courtney. There's the Wednesday one, the Thursday one. Come on, where's Shadow Scout Swede? Let me enter it in here then.
I will set up the stream today when I get back home from work.
Oh, you haven't set it up yet? Okay. So he was setting his up. And you just go into the YouTube one, you scroll down, you find a bunch of different ones going on. And so there's going to be some fun stuff going on here. The closer we get to summer, the more exciting the live streams are going to be getting. All right, everyone, see you around. And thank you, Shadow, again for coming up here. And hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow over on Wide Family Farm at 7 p.m. Eastern. Take care.